Well, Thomas, since we last spoke to you, man, you've been in the background hustling and shaking and moving, man, and putting out some stuff. You want to talk about it a little bit there?
Wait, excuse me. Hold on. We have to set that up because we're talking to executive producer
Oh,
Thomas Manning.
yeah,
Yeah.
executive
Executive
producer
producer.
Thomas, man, just out there having lunch with Jordan Peele and shit.
I mean, that was supposed to be a secret, but since you said it, hey,
I'm sorry for letting it
What's going
out.
on with Candyman? Give us
Yeah,
Candyman.
give us that Candyman update. But yeah, what you been working on, man?
I had a friend who I've known pretty much my whole life from Bowling Springs, North Carolina, and connected
Is
through
his name
Gardner-Webb.
also Noel?
No, this is a different guy. Christian Jessup. He graduated from Gardner-Webb University a few years ago, and I've known him. You know, we go way back. And he had watched the Last Dance docu-series on ESPN, the Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls documentary series. And he thought, well, I'd like to make a little documentary, maybe a little 10-minute featurette about Gardner-Webb University's first run to the NCAA tournament, March Madness, which back in 2019 was actually my freshman year, and Christian had just graduated the year before. So I'd kind of been involved in all of that. I was on the camera crew for some of the ESPN Plus games that year. And then, of course, as a freshman student at all the games, having a lot of fun and trying to get involved in as much stuff as possible. And so Christian just reached out. He was like, hey, I'm going to make a 10-minute featurette. You have any clips on hand that you maybe shot throughout that week, any cell phone footage? I was like, yeah, sure. Here's a few things that I have. And then from there, that was probably back in June, and it just kept growing and growing and growing. We talked to some of the coaches, talked to Coach Tim Kraft. He gave us contact information for a lot of the players. And before too long, we're like, okay, this might be like a feature-length documentary we're going to put together here, chronicling the entire season. So basically, over the course of a 4-month period with a $500 budget and only access to players and coaches through Zoom, we were able to put together a feature-length documentary about the Gardner-Webb running Bulldogs trip to the NCAA tournament in 2018-2019 season. But we've gotten some great responses from the community, from players and coaches, from Bowling Springs and Shelby area. So it's just been an awesome experience. And I acted as first assistant director and executive producer. Christian was kind of the mastermind as the director, editor, and composer. He composed an original music score. And then we also had Brendan Boylan as associate producer, Eli Hardin as co-writer and co-producer. So great team of 4 guys that just got together for a project and learned a ton, had a great experience with it. And we're just really thankful for everything that's been provided to us through it. So.
Are you guys going to shop this thing around to any festivals or anything like that? I mean, I know it came out when it was October, right? Last month?
Yeah, middle of October.
Okay.
We have about a list of a dozen festivals throughout the region that we're going to be submitting it to. I think we've already submitted it to 2 or 3. And then for others, we're just kind of waiting on those submissions to open up. And hopefully we'll get accepted by a few and just see where that takes us.
Ooh,
Yeah, with the $500 budget, man, and just a mere couple of months to throw that thing together, it is an incredibly well produced documentary, man.
Yeah.
I was engaged and engrossed all throughout. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I didn't know if you'd had a chance to watch it yet or not, but
Oh, I checked it out
awesome.
a month or so ago, maybe.
Yeah, awesome. Well, that's what we love to hear. And Douglas, are we still waiting to hear from you on that?
Yes. I have literally no time to add anything else into my schedule. In fact, last night I was supposed to have a night off, and because I've got some FYC stuff going on this weekend, and I was like, okay, if I do that, I want to spend time with the family, so I won't work. And then a package showed up that I had to immediately dive into. So I have not had the opportunity, but I plan to.
Yeah.
And this probably won't sound like a compliment when I say it out loud, so bear with me. But with the inevitable arrival of baby number 2, I'm going to stop writing for a while. So I'm planning to use that period to catch up on things. So I very much am intending to watch the Dancing Bulldogs, especially before NCFCA votes. and considering your film is one that is very relevant to North Carolina.
Yeah.
So I will not be missing it. You won't get a formal review because
Fine.
you're angling for my job on the Cine-Men. That's a conflict of interest. But I very much am intending to watch it. I just literally have not had the opportunity. In the meantime, where again can people watch the Dancin Bulldogs?
Just go to YouTube.
If I get impatient, where do I go?
Just go to YouTube and search the Dancin Bulldogs, and it should be the first thing that pops up. But that is Dancin, DANCIN apostrophe, no G, because if you type in a G, Dancing Bulldogs, then you'll actually get videos of bulldogs that are dancing.
So it's win-win, is what you're saying.
Well, if you want to actually watch our documentary, then leave out the G and put the apostrophe. But
what if I want to do both? What if I want to watch the documentary and Dancing Bulldogs?
You got to pull up Internet Explorer and Chrome and just have them side by side.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
Okay.
And it's an hour and 20 minutes. Shouldn't take too much of your time, but I think would be time well spent for a Saturday afternoon or any free time you find. We would greatly appreciate the support.
Boom, there you go.
Executive producer of the movie, he thinks your time would be best spent watching his film. That is an unbiased opinion if I ever heard one.
It is indeed. Yeah.
I'll be eagerly awaiting your review. Yeah. Go ahead and check that out, peoples. If you get a chance, you got a little bit of spare time. Like I said, I highly enjoyed it. And if you're a fan of sports of any kind or just you'd like a good underdog story, I think it's well worth your time.